girl with a little ginger, garlic, whatever it is you want.
Damn, this girl hot.
What's wrong? What did I hear? You called Burna Boy baby. Is he your boyfriend? Join the conversation, guys. Join it.
Hello guys, welcome to today's episode of Hot Stuff on TSL Nigeria TV. My name is Anire and I'm here with...
So good to be back on the screen, guys. It's Praise Illness.
Stephanie.
It's your buddy Matilda.
How are you guys doing? How was your weekend?
I'm doing good.
I'm great. I'm doing nice. So fast.
Yeah.
Did you watch the Grammys?
Obviously.
Yup, I watched the Grammy.
Obviously.
Oh my god, I didn't. You guys should tell me I'm the only one.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're the only
You
one.
literally didn't know that.
And I'm wondering why you wouldn't
Well, I
watch it.
heard Thames won. I heard something about Thames.
Yeah, she brought the Grammys
Baby
home.
girl, 10.
Shout out to Thames.
Yeah.
Then also, my boy.
Your baby.
A win is a win. I have nothing to say about that. That's the only thing I have to say. Well, shout out to Burna Boy because he's still very global.
And Beyonce.
Shout out to Beyonce.
She broke the record. Like,
Pay hype to the world.
32 awards and 79 Grammy nominations.
That
I'm like,
is
whoa.
something else.
She deserves it. She
That's
deserves it.
big
Yeah.
one.
She deserves it.
Speaking of deserving, we have Viola Davis. She's an EGOT now. She won the award and she won it for her audio book, where she was talking about the book was dedicated to 6-year-old Viola. And that really got me thinking, like 6-year-old Viola is literally, she's so proud of Viola Davis of now.
Yeah.
Imagine Viola Davis did not overcome all those, probably racism, because if you check her story, people always say she was ugly and stuff
Black.
like that.
Yeah.
Just imagine she didn't overcome all that. 6-year-old Viola Davis would not be proud. Right now, Viola Davis would be having regrets.
Probably,
She'd be
probably be in
depressed.
depression. Yeah.
Yes, now.
So do you guys have any regrets or...
As if I knew you were going to
Growing
talk about regrets. I knew it. Okay, speaking of regrets, I have a lot, but there's one major thing I regret: being too accessible. Like having too many people all in your business, carrying so much friends here and there.
Carrying everybody
Like
around.
you won't have to deal with fake friends because some people are not real. Some friends are bitches. Like I had to deal with bitches a lot. So now I'm big on, if you give me a certain energy or vibe and I see that this thing is fake or something,
Out.
Hello. What makes you think you're not the one that should be out?
Me?
Like, what makes you think you're not the
Yeah.
bad
Why
friend?
should I be the bad friend? I'm not a bad friend.
What
that
makes you
what
think
you
you're not the
think?
bad friend?
Come
Nobody will admit they're the bad
Nobody will
friend.
admit
Nobody
it,
will
but
admit
I
they're
feel
the bad
like
friend.
if you feel, okay, if we're friends and you feel you don't like my energy, you don't like my vibe, please feel free. I'm not forcing energies. I'm not forcing friendships, guys, because I've had to deal with. Okay, let me share you guys a story.
Okay.
So there's this guy I was dating like 2 years back. I had a bestie. Then I was so chill and comfortable having my best friend go over with me to my boyfriend's house.
Yeah.
Little did I know that this bitch, like this girl, was having an affair with my boyfriend. Like, can you imagine?
You guys were
I have
really
literally
Can you,
been in
like,
that situation.
This gender is not only the male
Gender.
gender. Fear this gender.
Fear women.
Fear women. Fear women.
Fear women.
Oh my God.
I know you're smiling. Anyway, it's like I can't relate.
No, mine is what I think like the only regret, okay, it's not really a regret, but like not having to please people.
Yeah.
I mean, not everyone has to like you. First of all, not everyone has to like you. But then again, I went to a boarding house. So all my experiences are like mostly from there.
Yeah.
And I had like seniors want to bully, and I even had one come up to me and be like, I don't like you.
Are you serious?
I'm like, you don't have to like me.
Hello?
I don't like you too. So yeah. But then at some point I was getting it a lot and I had to start doing things to like want to please people, want to make them like me and all. But then again, it's nobody's business actually. Nobody cares about
Like,
it.
you don't like
Yeah,
people,
so
no forcing anything.
Yeah.
But that's really bullying, and that's
In a way, yeah, it is.
I feel like a lot of people do that to random people. Sorry for the deviation, but if you're out there and you're bullying, like please stop it.
Yeah,
It
stop
affects
it.
people a lot.
yeah,
A
it
lot.
actually affects people. a lot.
Does.
I didn't get bullied a lot though because at some point I had to now like
Stand up for yourself.
Yes.
Comes up.
Yeah.
Well, I do have something that I wish I knew earlier, and I also regret not starting it on time, which is forgiveness. Growing up, my my dad is a great man. I'm just putting that out there. But growing up, it was something else. Yeah, he was abusive, and he was there, but he was never really there. Most times I just told myself I didn't have a dad because I hated him so much. We were good. We're going to good schools, the best of schools. Okay, we were doing our thing. Shout out to my mom. I love you so much. Shout out to my mom for being there for us. But my dad was abusive, and he used to drink. So he had come home and he had hit all of us. Today is my mommy that is rushed to the hospital. Tomorrow it's me. Next tomorrow is my brother. Next tomorrow, it got really bad that my elder brother actually had to leave the house. He went to stay with my auntie because he just felt like he was older, and at that time I didn't really understand why I also felt like, what's wrong with him? Can't he just, we're all suffering it. Okay, so what's
Why can't he endure?
at that time,
Yeah.
I feel like he had gotten to a peak, and all this influence was caused by drinking. Because if my dad is not drinking, he's the sweetest you can think about. But it became so much, and he started drinking even more often, and he started pouring it on us. I just felt I really hated him. And I hated humans. I hated men. I had, growing up, I was, this dark child that is putting black liner in all this high school.
Yeah.
That was me. I was always in my shell because I just felt like I hated people, and I was always transferring anger. So with time, I didn't forgive him. Started growing older, Then when I moved out of the house, adults and everybody else grown up, and that was then he started trying to get into my life. He felt like, okay, maybe things happen, he changed. But I didn't believe in change because I don't believe in change from anybody. So I just had this hatred in me and this unforgiving spirit I carried. I remember I didn't talk to him for like a year. And he was always reaching out to me, sending my brothers to talk to me. And what's up with Matilda? Like, I want to try to reach her and stuff like that. But I was really shielding myself because I had anger for him. And this was nothing I was doing myself because I was really craving for his love. And as much as I hated the fact years of my life was damaged, I really wanted that love. I wanted to be daddy's girl. Babies, my dad. I wanted my daddy. So it got to a time, one day I just reached out to him after, constant reaching out to me. And I just spoke to him. And after I ended the call, I just started crying. Then I think I went home that summer and I went to see them. And I hugged him, we spoke, we went out together. And I just felt like this was what I was missing.
Yeah.
I know he was not the best, but I wish I knew earlier that when you're forgiving someone, you're actually doing it for yourself.
For yourself.
It's better for you because you have peace of mind that day.
Yeah.
Guys,
That's
this is a toast.
Just to forgiveness.
Yay! Alcoholics.
Speaking of forgiveness,
Yeah.
I think that's one thing that actually held me down for a lot of time because I was abused as a child. At about 6, 7. There was
I'm so sorry.
cute. There was this friend of my dad who was always coming around because my parents were never around. So there was this friend of my dad who was always coming around to kind of like look after us. He was sexually abusing me and it went on for a very long time. When he comes to the house, he would send my siblings out and then give me money and he would sexually abuse me. It broke me. Yes, it did. For a very long time, I couldn't do anything. And anytime he does that, whenever he leaves, I would have this urge for sex. I would want to have sex. Because he has already planted that in me. So it broke me. It held me down for a very long time. It affected me. I had low self-esteem. I was lonely. I was depressed. Yes, and I couldn't do anything. It affected my academics, everything. And I hated men. I hated him. At some point, I started hating my dad because I was like, if this man can be doing this to me, how am I sure my dad isn't doing it to somebody else? But my dad is a really good man. My dad is my baby. So it's really, really affected me. But I had to let it go. It took me like forever, but I had to forgive him because I needed to grow. I mean, it has happened. I needed to forgive my parents also because they were not always around, but then they were out there making money. Yeah, they needed to take care of us. They needed to give us the best life and everything. I had to forgive them, and the moment I was able to, I started to grow.
Yeah.
You know, before I got to forgive myself, I limited myself. I told myself that I couldn't do certain things because of what I've been through. But the moment I was able to grow, I started to see the things that I could do. I started to tell myself that I'm strong, I can do this, and I was able to. And look at me now. So,
yes, that's
guys,
that's a strong woman right there.
it took me time, and I wish I had forgiven earlier, but it wasn't easy. It really wasn't easy. But
like when she said that she couldn't forgive her, she started passing the anger to her dad. I started passing the anger to my mom because I felt like you're staying with this person, you know this person, you courted this person, you dated this person. So why do I have to suffer for both of you's problem? You knew this person. I don't understand. I'm dating somebody. I'm not dating anybody, but I'm dating somebody now, and I'm noticing some traits in him that when he's angry at me, he raises his voice. I should be able to pick those things like right now. So I started getting really angry with her, but then I also saw she was trying.
yeah,
Like I literally saw that this woman was trying all her best she could to make sure that we were not seeing that aspect of him. You know, she had made sure that she's taking us to all the trade fairs, all the kids' carnival, just to make sure that we were always happy, buying us. I love you, Mom. Buying all the shit. So, you know, I just felt like, but regardless, I started getting angry with her. You know, and she's like, it's not my fault.
yeah.
I remember I had one conversation with her one time, and she started crying. And I started crying too. And I started crying because I started feeling like, why are you passing this thing to this woman? But at the same time, there was still this anger in me. And then she was crying, and then she was like, Matilda, it's not my fault.
It's not.
And that was when I just lost it, and I just realized that, man, love can be very, very tricky.
Yeah.
And as for my parents, I think they really cared about us to think that they had to send somebody to come and be looking after us. Not little did they know that.
Shout out to everyone out there who has literally either gone through one
or is presently going through.
Or is presently going through. Because it's not easy. But and shout out to everyone who has moved on from their regrets. And if you're out there and you feel like you are still stuck in your regret, you have to move on. You really have to move on. Because the truth is, you are doing yourself. It's your life. I always tell people it's your life. Yes, you're limiting yourself.
Yeah, you won't grow.
You won't
It's just
grow.
like
You're
you're
going
stuck.
to-
Yeah, stuck.
Just imagine at that point you were saying that you couldn't do some certain things. You were not growing
I couldn't do
at that
anything.
point.
Yeah, it was really.
And me, I was just hating the whole world because of
one
somebody's
person.
mistake. And you know, I was losing friends.
And you couldn't. I couldn't see the good in other people.
Away
Yeah.
from Yes. So please move on from regret.
I feel like we should have another.
This is just look. This is okay. Which one is I feel we should have another drink? Say you want to become a drunkard. Well, anywho's, move on from regrets. This is my little advice to all our viewers out there. It's okay to regret situations. It's okay to think about things and say how I wish not.
Take some time alone. Go out, cry, go on long walks, do what makes you happy, and move on. Try because there's a lot out there. There's a lot out there for you to partake in. So,
but it's not okay for you to live on regrets.
No, it's
not
not.
okay. You have to move on.
Just learn
You
your
really have to
lesson
move on.
and
Learn your
move on.
lesson.
let
and
it
move on.
go.
And make sure you drop in the comments things that you have been through. We really want to know what you have been
Yeah.
through. You're overcoming, or you're overcoming. You know what I want to say, Sha?
And your story
could motivate somebody. So
Yeah.
make sure you drop it in the comment section below.
And we love you, guys.
Sending love and light. And we love you too.
Yeah, I know. I love you too. I love you
Group
guys
hug.
too. My babies.
You guys, we will definitely see you guys next week. We
Next
love
week.
you. Make sure you like, turn your post notifications on, leave a comment, share to your friends, to your families, your grandparents, the dead ones. I don't care. Season of love is coming.
Yep.
Want to see you
Guys,
guys in Valentine's
next
edition.
week.
All right, bye guys.
Bye.